Mainlanders are getting a glimpse into the world of island living and the limitations that come with it. Grace Bradley brings us to Northeast Harbor to introduce us to Maine Seacoast Mission, a nonprofit that's assisting these offshore communities since the early 1900s.
The way our culture is informed is also through our maritime life, and that continues today. We offer services based in healthcare and education and community building and community engagement to smaller rural communities. One thing that some rural communities experience is isolation. Sometimes it's hard to get off of their island, or it's hard to access services, so we're able to help provide some of that.
To visualize Maine Seacoast Mission's historical evolution since 1905, Great Harbor Maritime Museum is in their second year of the Beacons of Hope exhibition. To see the mission's work today, they're offering docked boat tours of their 7th vessel, Sunbeam 5.
You can see Sunbeam docked there. We're just offering a window for the public in general or people on the mainland to see what services the boat offers to folks living on islands and how that space is utilized. Think of Sunbeam as a floating community center.
The patients would come in, sit where you're sitting, and I would be watching them from the other end, and they would see me on the screen.
Diehl Snyder worked as a mainland psychiatrist for Maine Seacoast Mission from 2003 to 2020 when he retired. Working with a nurse on the Sunbeam, healthcare providers are able to virtually connect with island communities to give them the care they need.
Maine is underserved in all mental health categories. Even for those who live on the mainland, it can take weeks, sometimes months, to get an appointment. So for the islanders, it was a way in which they got service when they might otherwise not have, because nobody else is doing it. When there's a need, the Maine Seacoast Mission, we try to step in and provide what is needed.
Grace Bradley, WABI TV5 News, Northeast Harbor.